Hey there, this is James Wilson with MTU Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com. And today I want to share an exercise with you that I'm starting to think may be better for us as mountain bikers than the kettlebell swing. Now, as you can see here, I got a bunch of kettlebells behind me. I've used kettlebells with great success with a lot of my athletes. And so the kettlebell swing definitely has some advantages, but when you really look at it, it also has some disadvantages. Namely, we're using a wide stance, which is not really sport specific. We're also not able to do a single leg version very easily, which again is not as specific to our sport. And the last thing is, unless you have really good body awareness and really good mobility, it's tough to keep your shoulders from caving in when you're in this position here. When you've got your legs spread wide and your hands are here, as you come down, if you've got good mobility, good body awareness, you've got the prerequisites, it's not so you can do this. But a lot of people end up doing this. And so for a lot of people, swings end up actually kind of irritating their lower back, not necessarily being as great for them as it is for other people. And so throughout experimenting with some other training tools, I came across the Indian clubs. And I started to experiment with the Indian club swing. And I quickly realized that the Indian club swing took care of a lot of the issues that I saw with the kettlebell swing. Namely, it allowed us a more sport-specific way to do the exercise, and it made it easier for people to keep good posture and good form while doing it, minimizing the risk of injury. So I'm going to show you the swing and break down a couple things for you, and hopefully spark your interest into maybe checking them out for yourself. So again, this is an Indian club. This is basically looks like a bowling pin. These are two 10-pound clubs. They are, because they use leverage, they have this offset load, they quickly get much heavier than a dumbbell or even a kettlebell. So like a 10-pound club feels closer to like a 16-kilo kettlebell than it does like a regular 10-pound weight. And so a swing, what we're going to do is you're going to actually get a narrow stance. The weights start outside of your feet like this. And so you can see already it's easier for me to keep my shoulders in a better position. And so once I get set, I rock them back and I do my swing. Now, the thing I really like about this is it allows me to do this and catch at the top. And this top position is where a lot of people lose it as well. And so being forced to hold that top position really locks it in. And again, you see as I come down, where the position is usually the hardest to hold with a regular kettlebell swing. With a regular swing here, my shoulders want to round in. As I come down with the narrow stance, my hands on the outside, my hands can rotate. And you can see this actually locks my shoulders down and back when I do this. And so it's actually hard for me to cave my chest. It's an anti-chest caving technique. And so it makes it much easier to maintain good form and good posture while you're doing it. And if you think about it, this is much closer to a broad jump. If I was to tell you to do a jump, just do a broad jump as far as you could. You'd have a narrow stance, you'd swing your arms back, and as you do that, you would turn your hands naturally to load them, and you would throw the hips forward while throwing your arms forward as well. So this is mimicking a broad jump, which for people that can't do swings, you ask them to do a broad jump, and they can usually do a pretty decent one. So they can execute an explosive hip hinge. They just have trouble with a kettlebell swing, which in my mind is where I started to realize this is a specific skill for this tool, not necessarily tapping into the natural human movement skills that we may be looking for. And so this tool made it a lot easier for me to start applying some of these things. And so again, besides being able to do the swing to attention where I'm catching at the top, I can now actually take a staggered stance. So again, single leg with a kickstand, just a little bit of weight on this back leg. And now I can do a safe single leg version of a swing, which makes it way more sport specific for us as mountain bikers. So, there you go. You can do one arm at a time, getting some anti-rotation effect going on. So again, a lot of great things that you can do with the club, the Indian club swings. And again, just to kind of, get you thinking, besides doing our swing to attention, doing our regular swings, you can do some swings to some lever holds, actually bring them all the way over and get the whole posterior chain from the hips to the lats. And again, can't really do those kinds of movements with the kettlebell swing. So again, the take-home message here is this: like, if you got kettlebells, you've been working on your kettlebell swing, you like the kettlebell swing, great, keep doing it, because it's definitely a great exercise for us as riders. It's got a lot of great benefits. But for a lot of people that struggle with the kettlebell swing, or don't necessarily want to take the time to learn it, or maybe looking for something that really is a little more sport specific for us, with the narrow stance, the ability to do a single leg stance, check out the Indian club swing. Get you a couple of 10-pound clubs. If you're really strong, maybe 15s, but again, be careful. they get heavy quickly. And give them a shot and see what you think. But I think that the Indian club swing is going to become much more popular as we over the next few years, and especially for us as mountain bikers, because again, a lot of these benefits that I've pointed out in this video here. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. And yeah, again, you can check me out at bikejames.com, james@bikejames.com. Got a lot of free workouts and a lot of other free tips and stuff you can check out there. But hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to everyone next time.